Hello.
We're back.
Baby's back.
Back again.
Baby's back. Baby's back. Baby's back.
Baby got back.
And I want ribs.
I thought the same thing. I was like, fuck, now I want ribs. Hey, guys. Hope you're doing well. Cheers, 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 cheers to everybody. What's going on? Oh,
Jess was on first tonight.
I know Jess was in the house first. Craigers, what's going on? Rubes, what's
Rubes.
happening? Guys, we got some fun shit to talk about tonight.
Oh, I forgot to grab chocolate. Will you grab me 2 pieces of chocolate? You're closer. Please, please, please.
Cheese. Cheese.
Girls gotta have her chocolate. Get 3 of them. The meme, may the 4th be with you until you Cinco de Mayo, but then you'll feel the revenge of the 6th. And what did I tell you when I saw this?
Send that to me.
I got to put this on the work.
Send that to me. You were waiting just for us. Oh, that's very nice.
Sweet.
Jessica was watching the Johnny Depp trial all day today, so she couldn't watch any of the other Drinking Bros stuff. So
That's like the trial of the year.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty crazy. So
how's Laura doing? Any better?
Oh no, now she's on. I haven't really had a chance. I was working all day too, and I didn't really get a chance to follow up. But I know she was crying a lot. So
She's an actress. Of course she was.
Johnny Depp was just laughing.
Hopefully the jury takes that into consideration that she's
The waterworks.
that she's paid to cry on demand.
Yep, exactly. I think it has, Ruben. He said it's turned into a real shit show. Exactly. Gringo de Mayo.
And what he's doing is just sitting back and being like, okay, make an ass out of yourself.
She said it's the ultimate reality TV soap opera / gossip. Absolutely. It absolutely is. It's fucking crazy. So welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I am Greg, and that is Beth. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit tonight. Go check us out at The Bar is Open.
Jess says there was no actual tears.
Oh, there wasn't? It was just...
So she was doing the crocodile tear thing.
Oh.
And you know who does that? I see that a lot on my Hallmark.
Like 4-year-olds.
Well, my Hallmark, some of the girls can't cry on demand.
Oh.
And so they do that.
Supposed to like put some lime in your eye or something like that.
And I'm
just
like,
makes
oh my
you
Lord,
cry.
you got to be a better actress than that.
That's crazy. So go check us out on all the social media places.
DJ's back. He's not banned anymore.
DJ, you are.
He wasn't put in timeout.
I swear to God, I didn't
Don't
do that
touch
to
it,
you
Greg.
last. I'm not fucking touching anything. I swear to God. YouTube, smash the like button. If you're on YouTube right now, smash the fucking. I'm gonna thumbs up my own show just to do it.
So it's been a week, huh?
It's been a week.
Well, should we cheers?
We should probably cheers. I only got a sip left in this one, but or maybe a couple.
Yeah, we're
sips.
gonna have to revisit your drinking amounts.
Why is that?
Why do you think that is?
What do you mean?
Not talking about whiskey.
Oh.
I'm talking about the amount of alcohol you put in your body.
Listen, fucking narc.
That's what.
We don't need to. You're not a high school counselor.
No, I'm
I already
wife.
went through this in high school.
It's even worse.
I already went through this in high school.
I don't get paid to put up with the shit. They at least get paid.
Not really. They get paid like $15 an hour.
That's still more than I make.
You live under a roof, don't you?
That I pay for.
You have a car, don't you?
That I pay for.
I don't know. It's all good. Very soft and deep. Yeah, so went down to is it down or is it just over? I don't even know where the fuck I went. I went to North Padre Island.
Isn't it up? No, it's
I'm
up
a
and over.
fisherman now.
Did you catch anything?
No.
No, you're not a fisherman.
That's why I'm a fisherman and not a catcher man.
Oh, okay.
So
you did throw out because I saw pictures.
Yeah, I threw.
You got a new reel.
Got a new rod and reel, whole setup. I got the whole fucking setup.
I guess they are 2 separate.
New hat. I got one of those long sleeve
I saw
fisherman shirts.
I was like, when did my husband?
I even got gloves.
I was almost gonna think, when did my husband turn into a white man? And then I have to remember you're a white man.
I am a white man. What are you talking about? When did my husband turn into a white man?
Because you're
I fish
listening to country music. You're fishing, going.
You live in Texas. You wear hats like this.
I don't.
At the coast.
Oh.
Anyway,
I'm not gonna even wear one like that there.
But I'll tell you what.
Yes.
That coastline is fucking amazing. Hands down, if you guys ever get to go to Padre Island. I had no idea.
North Padre Island.
It's Padre Island.
Yeah,
right?
there's
so you have south
in between.
And there's like basically like
south
a jetty or whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be like kind of like, but it's 60 miles of straight beach. You can drive from North Padre Island
Padre?
entrance all the way down to the jetty.
Oh,
basically, and
okay.
then it goes to South Padre.
So to the jetty is 60 miles,
Mhm.
and then you can't get over
You
the
can't
jetty,
get
right?
over
You
it.
have to go out and
You
around.
would have to go all the way around, right?
Right.
And that's where we've been to South Padre
Right.
a couple times. And I'm telling you, so I didn't know this before somebody told. I don't remember who told me this, but it's the largest barrier island in the world. Meaning it's a barrier to protect the mainland, like a mainland.
Okay.
Right. And you get out there and you just fucking get on the beach. We drove 12 miles down. That's where we camped out. And then you can go, we went to mile 38 is how far we drove down.
Okay.
And there's still 22 more miles
Right.
of beach driving to go. So it's just amazing. It was I was like awestruck, honestly, because you look this way and that way.
Yeah.
And there's literally nobody
for
miles and miles and miles.
That's kind of cool.
It was a cool experience.
I don't think I'd
it.
want to go out there for a weekend though, because I need restaurants and shops.
No, when you're shopping or when you're just camping, you treat it as camping, right?
Right.
You bring the travel trailer we used to have.
Right. Don't talk about it.
I hit a big bump.
It's still an open claim, so let's not talk
Well,
about
I hit a bump and the fucking
foobarred our trailer.
Foobarred the trailer. And but yeah, you get out there and you set up like normal. Like had a generator going, had food, tons of food.
Yeah.
Tons. We had plenty of water with us, all the stuff, right? So you have all your creature comforts.
Right.
We were like the wind was 30 miles an hour.
That's what you said.
That's the only thing
really
that sucked.
this weekend.
Yeah, that the wind just crushed us. Blew over tents, broke pop-ups, all the stuff. It was bathwater. It was literally
warm.
78 degrees. If that's bathwater to you, ocean, you get used to that pretty quick. 78. Yeah, probably I would say 78-ish.
Yeah, I
wasn't
like it.
Quite like
it's not quite warm. It wasn't May yet. By the end of this month, it'll be much warmer.
It'll be way warmer. But it was just amazing. Like going down there. Travis, next door neighbor, invited me to go down. Everybody was cool as shit. Learned a lot about shore fishing. Didn't catch shit because it was so rough, but it was fun as shit. We had a fucking blast. Stayed up till 4:00 in the morning on Friday, drinking beers with Travis.
Y'all are crazy.
Probably a bad influence on him.
I think y'all are bad influence on each other.
No, because I would do that by myself.
I know, but I think he would too.
I think he's trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Well,
And then on so we went out. No, that was Thursday night.
Right.
So we went out Thursday.
Friday night, you guys went to bed at a pretty reasonable hour.
Yeah, well, 12:30 or so.
Yeah.
1:00. Yeah. And the only reason we did that is because we ran out of beer. We're like, fuck.
Well, I guess it's time for bed.
It's time for bed. We got to get up. But it was awesome. So if you ever get a chance to go out to North Padre Island, you can get yourself a hat like this. Hit Roy's Bait and Tackle. It wasn't just this Roy's place, this fishing shop. If you guys are into fishing, this place was legit. It was a warehouse of just fishing stuff and clothes and all the stuff. So you go do it. Go do it. You want to come down? You want to go fishing? Probably just sleep in the bed of the truck next time. Because cleaning all that shit off sucked. That was the only thing. Getting the sand out of like every crevice of your truck, your travel trailer, yourself, your gear.
I laughed because when I pulled in yesterday, I was like, what is all this crap? Oh, that's sand from when he rinsed off the
truck and the trailer. Yeah. It was good, though. It was really, really, really fun. So,
good.
Thank you, honey, again for letting me, not letting me, but supporting me to go.
Of course. I'm glad you had
appreciate that. So that brings me to my next story. The first story of the night. Creepy dolls are washing up on beaches.
What? Are they from Japan?
Well, okay. So one weird thing that we noticed, no matter where you were on the beach, there was always shit tons of shoes. Yeah, like little kid shoes, adult shoes, flip-flops, Nikes.
I wonder if it's like
no name brand shit.
They get dropped off of boats and they just like people lose them in the ocean and they wash up.
So how many people that aren't attached to those fucking shoes?
A lot of people lose shoes.
Are still
watches,
out there.
Glasses, phones are just heavier, so they sink.
I think people do too, or they just get chewed up, maybe.
Mm.
Researchers keep finding creepy dolls washing up on Texas beaches. I didn't see any creepy dolls wash up, but like again, it's weird. You find there was all sorts of weird shit. Like you just think like buckets and fucking bales of you're just driving down the beach and
it's one-offs, right? Like
one-offs. There's a bale of something, probably weed, but they were all like, don't if you find a bale of weed, like if you did, don't touch it because it's probably got a tracking chip in it. You don't want to fuck. Yeah, you don't want to fuck around with that. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, researchers regularly survey coasts for creatures like sea turtles, marine mammals, and endangered bird species. And while they often come across debris, they're coming across creepy dolls, which is
creepy.
When you're 20 miles from nothing, and you're already 20, when you get there, you're 20 miles from nothing. There just happens to be like a little visitor center.
Okay.
Then you drive 20 more miles down, and there's nobody around, and you
right.
were to come across like a fucking doll, a baby doll.
You're like, where did that come from?
Right?
The baby has a third eye.
Yeah. So Ruben said, wow, it sounds like somebody learned something from No Country for Old Men and tracking chip. Legit, dude. Like, you don't fuck around down it. I mean, well, we had quite a crew. I think we had 10, 12 people, but there was 2 separate camps. You're by yourself, man. You know, it was interesting. So Mission Aransas Reserve, researchers say that for years now, they've been mysteriously encountering dolls washing ashore on Texas beaches. The reserve documents the most interesting ones on their Facebook page. So you can actually go out to their Facebook page. It's Mission-Aransas Reserve. And like, this is just one picture. There are hundreds of them. So one of the groups most recently shared dolls, barnacles growing out of its eyeballs, which is another picture. So that's exactly, it was kind of, so there's also supposed to be all these ghost stories out there. Nobody knew any of them. And I was like, I need to study up on that shit. Because that would be fun to tell around a campfire out there.
Absolutely.
When there's nobody else around. Funny thing. So you have big ass dunes.
Okay.
And you know how like people put those fucking, like I had on the Jeep, those bright halogen lights, right?
Yeah.
Like the super bright lights. They'd be miles down. But you can't see them because the dunes are kind of curve in front of them. I thought the moon was coming up on one. I was like, is that the moon? I was like, why the fuck is the moon coming up, right? And it's a truck driving at like 60 miles an hour down the beach.
Oh, that's funny.
Coming towards us. So there's weird shit out there. But yeah, I'm just saying, this fits right in with the perfect story. So wanted to share that with you. Creepy baby dolls.
Creepy baby dolls. Don't share it to Zach Baggins. He'll freak the fuck out because he hates creepy dolls.
There's supposed to be a shipwreck. That's why we went down to mile 38. There was supposed to be a shipwreck out there somewhere. You couldn't see it.
Like from when?
I don't know.
Oh.
It was a whole fucking thing. So anyway. So it's probably like Captain Jack Sparrow out. Maybe not Captain Jack because he's been banned.
Oh fuck. Did I tell you I watched speaking of Captain Jack Sparrow, I watched one of those paranormal or paranormal unexplained or something, and this woman in Ireland married the ghost of a possible family member of Jack Sparrow. Like they legit had
a wedding.
We've
talked about this a
wedding
couple
in
times.
international waters because you can't marry a dead person in Ireland. So she went out to international waters. They had a picture of like a really fancy picture of Jack Sparrow as the groom. They had a sensitive or a psychic or somebody who
was like, he's here.
Yes,
he's here.
And he was laughing because
he's holding your hand.
Somebody got thick a little bit on her dress because I guess it was really choppy out there. But what I thought was funny, that was
like a bird shitting on your shoulder.
That was 2016 when they got married, and this was, I guess they just recently ran it. They're like, unfortunately, seems the relationship ran its course, and they're
now
no longer
divorced.
Yeah, well, I'm like,
did they have to go through an actual
do
divorce?
you get divorced? I don't know, probably not, because she probably didn't.
Because she's fucking batshit crazy.
She is batshit crazy though. She kissed the picture when they pronounced him husband and wife.
Sparrow?
Yes, she kissed the picture, and she said they had
intercourse.
They
so
had
he was
marital relations, and she said it's not the same thing as when you have a physical lover, but you can mentally feel him touching you. And I was like, this is really
Did
weird.
she hook up a
Discovery Channel.
vibrator to like a phone?
I don't know. Discovery Channel went out of their like regular bounds with this one. I was like,
Discovery just goes.
yeah.
Like,
But yeah,
the
I thought it was
intercourse
funny
part?
that they were like, unfortunately, the relationship is
just did
run
ask.
And I said, what? She meets someone that was real, fall in love with a real guy. She's apparently like a very.
She's like, I'm in a serious
she's like a very
relationship.
pirate like.
She
style
dresses
woman.
like she wears the furly whatever shirts.
Where's the
Just
head
did
bit?
ask earlier a minute ago. Can you? So we're good with the cocaine.
I
Bales.
saw that.
No, we're not good with the cocaine bales either. I'm not fucking with anything out there. I only bring 30 rounds. You don't want to fuck around with that. Oh, the puka shells.
You did bring those.
There was a section of the beach that was, I think it was called Little Shell, where people don't drive down. And everywhere you stood, it was absolutely full shells. And then they get to Big Shell Beach, which are like shells that's like 60 mile down.
Wow.
And they're like full
That'd
on.
be so bad for your tires.
That's why I bought new tires. Full on giant shells. So we'll go there next time. But this is either for you or domestic Deborah. Whoever wants to wear it.
To her, it's all right.
Give it to domestic Deborah.
She gotta give me my clothes back.
Nah, well, you have to.
I want those shorts back at least.
She's more like trailer
are
park
super-
domestic Deborah, where
Those
you
are
have to
super
like.
comfy cutoffs that I want
donate
for when I
some-
work from home.
Well, you're gonna have to donate something else to her.
I'll give her a smaller pair of shorts.
Okay, so you're just gonna have to donate something. It's like Goodwill around here for her. Sorry,
Not if I just deflate her and hide the bitch.
just stab the bitch on air. Fuck you, domestic Deborah.
My clothes,
Why are you
bitch.
taking my husband away from me? Stab her in the eye with
I
a
don't care
pencil.
about my husband. I care about my clothes.
Aw. Like you're wearing that holy ass Marine Corps shirt.
It's got one hole and it's in the armpit. Again, I can wear it
You
when I
like
work
this,
from
and
home.
you're like, oh.
No,
I
I don't
like
do
this.
that when I work.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, this beach was insane. It was just one of the craziest thing. We were literally driving like 40 miles an hour down the beach
Hi, Logan.
on the hard pack, just cruising for miles.
Yeah.
And miles. And then we had this other crazy ass.
So
dude.
now, though, we're supposed to go to South Padre at the end of the month, which looks like we might
May
have
not
to
happen.
either we that or we have to rent an RV. And
I started looking those up today.
okay, how much were they?
100, 150, 199, just depends how big.
I don't need 199.
Okay, so then
I mean, it's for 3 nights, so that'd be $600. That's more than
$100,
what size was the $100?
22,
That's not bad.
bigger than ours.
Who did you go? How did you
I
find them?
just Googled some shit.
Okay.
Just like I said, hey, Beth, you can Google some shit. And you looked at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
Like,
and
that's your job,
yeah,
Greg.
you're the scientific wise ass guest, dude. So why not put some
Swag. It's called a swag, honey.
scientific wise ass guests too?
Did you guys, everybody's seen the Dave Chappelle shit, right? But, so
Ruben
Dave,
said once a shirt gets a hole in the armpit, it becomes a sleeveless shirt. Those are the rules.
it's actually true. Becomes a wrestling shirt.
Even for girls?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Well, I used to make like the pool shirts. Would cut the whole thing down.
Yeah, I don't like.
But
cutting
you'd
them
only
down
wear
anymore.
them like in the backyard.
Well, I have one shirt like that I wear.
I
the
think it's
pool.
an affliction shirt.
It is.
Is it that same that fucking affliction? You still have that?
It's like from 10 years ago.
That's hilarious.
Why wouldn't I? I wear it like 3 months out of the year.
Wear that affliction shirt. It's got all the fucking
Felt
crosses on
and
it.
The felt and
She bought that for me, and I wore it.
I think it might have been like one of our first
none
Christmas.
times.
So I didn't. I was still learning.
You did good. Yeah.
I was
You were
still
learning.
I was still trying to change you from skater boy dress to like
To UFC guy.
adult dress
UFC
guy. They were really
Kyle.
popular for a while.
Yeah, they were. But I'm like, I'm just saying.
Jessica said she likes sleeveless that gives just a little side boob.
Nice. That you have some tank tops like that from 20 years ago when we met.
Side boob?
Yeah, they're worn out and everything. Oh no, you just got rid of that one.
Which one are you
It's not
talking about?
the fucking
Yeah.
bunny rabbit on it. Just got
Oh,
rid of it.
that was my very first pair of pajamas that I bought for our very first sleepover together. Tried to hold on to that forever, and I was like, well, the shorts have more holes, and actually, they're not pajamas anymore. Pajama shorts, and the tank top is so stretched out. I just finally was like, gotta go.
It was cute though for 19 years. The 28th year
17.
just gave the fuck up.
17.
Exactly. 17.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. So everybody saw the Dave Chappelle shit. You haven't seen it because I haven't shown you,
Nope.
but basically, he was at the Hollywood Bowl, and some crazy fucker jumped on stage and went after him, like tackled him on the ground, and then he get the holy shit beat out of him, right?
She said.
Which is deservedly so. So I'll show you what he looked like. And this is straight from Con Men podcast, their meme from today, which is awesome. It's going to come up here in a second. And it says right arm yellow. And they put a fucking
Is that him?
That's him. That's him on a stretcher, and his arm is like broken to shit. His nose is broken, his eyes all fucked
so
up.
he's like this. They like dislocated his
Yeah,
elbow or
like
something.
I think his collarbone's destroyed, his shoulders out of socket. He's all fucked up, right? So that's that dude. But what they just released, and I just saw this, of course, on TMZ, photo of a gun knife held by attacker, which, okay, so there's metal detectors. Even if it's a plastic gun, and who the fuck carries one of these things? It's going to come up right there. So you have like what basically would look like a toy Beretta with a blade down the middle of it, right? The blade is pretty fucking big. That's probably a 3-inch knife. What's up, Lloyd? Probably a 3-inch knife on it, give or take.
Interesting.
If he had got him with that would have fucked him up.
He'd be
Like
out of
legit.
kidney.
So it says photo shows how scary it must have been. This is on TMZ for Dave Chappelle. They're just like releasing video and stuff like that of like where he was tackled, attacked, whatever. But guy got close enough that security fucked up. Like even just at the door, but it's at the Hollywood Bowl. There's enough crazy motherfuckers in Hollywood, in LA to try and get in there. There's some other shit. Like I heard earlier that I think I heard it on the Drinking Bros podcast. The guy had made like a fucking song, like a rap about Dave Chappelle. So it's like he's a fan.
Like the guy
So
who-
that's where I was like, is he like a psycho fan?
yes.
You know what I mean?
Or
Like one of those
super
dudes that's
obsessed,
like
yeah.
an obsessed fan. And he's like, I'm going to be the dude that fucking kind of like took out, what's that Beatles name? What's the dude?
John Lennon?
John Lennon. Yeah, that guy. I fucking hate the Beatles. The knife is affixed to the barrel of a gun like a bayonet, as we reported. The gun was replica, but the knife is real. So jumped on stage, slamming into him. There's new video coming out where you see like Busta Rhymes got that big ass tied back braids. You see him up against like a red screen. It's like a silhouette of him.
Yeah.
Right. And that dude's yoked. That dude's big. I was talking about it with Brian earlier, and I was like, fuck, dude, do you want to get your head stomped in? Dave Chappelle goes, so there's
This
new
is funny.
video. He goes, no, that's your thing.
Oh,
Chris Rock. Hang on a second.
That's right.
But Dave Chappelle goes like, what the fuck was that? He goes, hang on a second, and runs back, and he fucking goes, I don't know what he said. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill that motherfucker or something like that. And he runs back. He's like, hang on a second, drops him mic, runs back, comes back, and he's like, they're all stomping his ass out, right? It was crazy, dude. So that dude's face is just busted. But think about that. How the fuck did they get that knife?
Well, because you were like metal detectors, and I'm like, not everything has metal detectors.
Dude, you're
Sometimes
getting
they
into
just
something like-
sometimes they just pat you down.
But
I guess they also have the wands. so I don't
yeah, I
know.
mean, so somebody missed something.
Somebody didn't do their job.
I am due for a little haircut, buddy. Yep. Robbie's like, Greg's due for a bick.
Who?
Robbie.
Oh,
I am. Yeah,
Was it
I haven't had a
didn't you just
chance.
do it
I'm gonna
last week?
trim it all
no,
up.
I guess it was the week before, huh?
Yeah. I need to trim everything out. I
Before
need
you
to
went.
fucking manscape. Thanks, Robbie. Remind me to manscape tonight when we get done with this. So anyway, crazy fucking situation. You guys can go out and look at all the videos and stuff, but it was pretty nuts.
Oh, Javon's on. I just had to say, I love his new apartment.
Yeah, man.
That's really cool.
Congratulations, Javon.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Good job, buddy.
Must have had Stevie Wonder there doing security. Fucking right. Like, We are the world. What the
That's
fuck?
not Stevie Wonder, first
He
of all.
was there.
Was that the one from the 80s?
Yeah.
Had like Duran Duran
Had
and
'em all.
U2 and
Yep.
Police and anybody who was somebody in the 80s
Had 'em all,
was in
honey.
that video. I think it was the 80s, or was it the 90s?
I don't know.
The 80s, early 90s?
If you found a bomb
Yes.
in the line of this whole fucking conversation, if you found a bomb
Yes.
or
A
anything that
bong?
looked
A bong?
no,
Okay.
a bomb, a
Okay.
B-O-M-B.
Yes.
If you found something that looked like a projectile just in the ground, wherever you're in, I don't know.
People find this shit all the time, digging in their
Let's
backyard
say
in Europe.
Thailand or some shit.
They do
like
it all
that.
the time in Europe.
Well, but they don't take them as souvenirs and try and get on a plane, right?
No.
Okay, so if you found a bomb or anything like that, would you bring it to the airport?
Nope.
Okay.
I wouldn't even bring it in like to my house. If I found it in my backyard, I'd be
So
like,
this is in the times of Israel. And
Just caught on my chair.
so you'll see on the left, it's an unexploded,
I heard bong too, Robbie.
an unexploded ordnance. And on the right, where they said, everybody get the fuck down because there's a fucking unexploded goddamn bomb. Right? So security clears Ben Gurion departure hall after tourist reveals unexploded munition in a suitcase.
Crazy. So had he gone through
Man
security
sent to
already?
hospital after fleeing on luggage conveyor belt and falling off. Jesus Christ. Come on. Why do you think I named this show What's Happening? Like the fucking
Oh,
you took a
people are-
week off. Wait till we get to the rest of the fucking stories. This is just like par for the course.
I
at
don't
this
know
point.
what's happening to our
I don't know what the
world
fuck is
and
happening.
people's brains.
Panic broke out in the departure hall of Israel's main airport on Thursday after
That's
a
what they
family
need.
of American tourists. Fucking A. Come on.
The American did this?
I hadn't read that far down. I just saw the bomb thing. Jesus Christ. So he probably knew. Of all the people that know what a fucking just deep breath. Namaste. Jesus Christ. Just giving everybody bad. Tourists tried to board a plane with an artillery
Alex, welcome.
shell in their luggage. The airport's authorities said the security officer sounded the emergency alarm and ordered the evacuation of the area when they discovered the unexploded shell. Authorities said that the family had traveled to the Israel's Golan Heights, where one of the children found the old artillery shell.
Did they not know it was live?
Evidently not. They were going to carry that bitch back on a plane. So the region has been under war, whatever. They were in war. They're still under war.
Yeah, they're still in war. That's why I'm saying, like, it's not that old. It's not from like
So
World War I, like they find
right.
in Europe.
So
and
when they
shit.
arrived to check their luggage, they showed the piece of the shell to the security.
At least they were smart enough to do
Since
that.
it was a piece of a shell, the evacuation of the area was announced. That doesn't look like a piece of a shell. That looks like the whole fucking
kit
thing.
and caboodle.
right? But panic broke out. Everybody freaked the fuck out. And then
Ruben says, "Wonder what their plans were once they got it home." I mean, what are you gonna put in a shadow box and put it on your wall? Look at my nifty souvenir from Israel.
fucking people, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm going back to Alabama and sit in my fucking trailer with my artillery. Jesus, look what I found in Israel. Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that live in their trailer park would be smart enough to be like,
I don't know. Are there a lot of people from
Nope.
Alabama visiting Israel?
Jessica
know.
said, put it on the mantle, obviously.
Obvi.
Obs.
Jesus. So basically what they also said, the family was allowed to board the plane back to the U.S. after a short investigation. They were not allowed to take the shell home.
Well, they realized it wasn't.
Thank
it wasn't.
goodness. It was just a fucking dumbass.
Yeah,
dumbass.
it wasn't malicious. They weren't like, I'm gonna blow
It
you
was
up.
like, come on, man. Like, how can people just? I hate people.
There's been a lot of things lately that just made me go like this.
Just shake your fucking head, right? Like,
Shaking
what
my head,
happened?
no.
2 years of lockdown and fucked everybody up.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I say stuff and you look at me, you're like, did that
No, you do that to me on the
just
regular.
come out of your mouth?
But-
And I'm like, whoa. That didn't come out right. Hold
Honey,
on.
That's happened to us our entire. That's forever. That's not like
But I
I'm
don't.
gonna go dig up.
I don't
this
think
thing.
I'm blatantly like stupid.
Nor
like,
if I saw something like that, would I let my kid
yes,
go grab that
exactly.
fucking thing?
Oh, look what Junior found. Good find, buddy. High five.
Good find. He's out there with a metal detector and
High
a
five.
fucking
Go
minefield.
with the hand that's not holding the missile.
Right? Right? Jesus Christ. Like, both of us are like, I don't want to say I'm slowly losing faith in it. I've lost it. It's fucking gone.
So I have
I love all you guys though. So cheers.
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 But yeah, like especially like sometimes when I'm out and about, I'm like, what has happened to us as human beings? I mean,
like brain
I
cells
hear
just,
and rudeness.
did people just drink too
like,
much over the past 2 years?
I don't know. Like when I went and got my eyebrows done, there was
it your eyebrows or your butthole?
my eyebrows. That was today. Yeah. There's this couple taking pictures and they're having
You're gonna take it to the Chappelle concerts, what DJ said.
They're taking a picture and I just couldn't, like, I was trying to be patient. Like I stopped. I literally waited for like 5 minutes because they were trying to take so many poses and so many pictures before I said, I'm just gonna pass.
Were they taking pictures?
You know, in the rim where they have that picture of the big cupcake, all on the, like, here is you come out of the elevator.
Okay.
And on that wall is a mural.
Oh, they're fuck all them. I'm like, take one, and then you need to be polite enough to let.
Yeah, exactly. So, and 5 minutes probably was an exaggeration, but they took at least 5. They took at least 5 photos before I was like, hey, I'm gonna go through. And they're like, oh, there's somebody there. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, it's not like I was hiding.
Peripheral vision.
It's not like
asshole.
I was hiding. I was standing there going, for the first 2 of them. I'm like,
bitch, get the fuck away.
Put up your side boob.
Why didn't you offer to take the picture for her?
Because that would have required me to be nice.
That would have required you to stay there another 30 seconds.
Yes. So
then you just throw the fucking thing over the
serious question for Beth and any other ladies: whenever they laser parts of your body to remove hair, does that deaden the sweat glands and not sweat in those regions? No, it doesn't.
So
Why would it deaden?
I have heard that before because there's things you can do to, like, if you're
like Botox.
That's what it is. Like
Botox.
You're an over sweater that can put it in there to deaden that.
Yeah.
But that just kills the hair follicle. Or
yes, the follicles.
The follicle.
Yeah.
Good question. Look at us learning stuff on a regular basis around here.
Yes, very important, world-changing stuff.
It is. What if you had super clammy hands? You'll get Botox in your hands.
They have lotion and deodorant. Like,
they have wrinkles in your hands anymore?
They have hand deodorant for that now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's commercial. There used to be. I haven't seen them in a while. I saw them while the pandemic was going on.
Just always knuckle bumping,
right?
And it's not COVID season.
Yeah, people do that anyways, but I think it would be bad for the person you're dating. But obviously, they like you.
The more you know. Thank you, Craigers.
Dun dun dun.
Yep. That's a question
for Lloyd.
Jessica. Twinning. Okay, so this one, I fucking swear to God, it's gonna sound like I think it's fucking conspiracy.
You think it was?
This is too fucking weird to not. Just wait till Beth tells you.
Maybe.
Because this one's fucked up.
So I can start by saying that in a town in North Texas. Oh, there we go. Okay.
This is fucked up. In my opinion. Like, there's too many weird situations. Like, not with situations, like,
so in this town, and I'll get the name of the town as soon as I can get it to come up. 35 sets of twins are graduating.
Okay, slow down and repeat what you just said.
35 sets of twins are graduating from a Texas school district.
From one school.
And most of them were twins. So, but some of them were triplets. A couple sets of triplets, I think they said. But
35 sets of twins and triplets are graduating this year from this high school. Granted, how big the high school? I think had 2,300 people.
2,600, I think.
That's fucking. I went to a school that had 900. Like, some of you guys probably went to schools that had less or more or whatever.
And not all of them. I mean, obviously, not all of them were identical twins. Some of them were. But what I thought was really funny, even the identical twins, like one was taller, one was shorter.
It's insane to think.
Yeah, I think it was like 2,600 students total in this school. So 70 to 75 were part of a twin.
Okay, so let's just say 70 divided by 2,600.
And they were saying, well, you look at that, a lot of them, population of that school is a twin. That's not really that big.
Okay, so what is? I don't like.
But they do say something in the water? Question mark.
national twin rate average. Because that seems like a fucking exorbitant amount of twins and triplets.
I feel like it's a lot of twins and triplets for one school. I do. But you said science project or something like that. And
no,
I
said
said
that sounds like fucking they grew up
well,
underneath
just rare. It's more rare
like
than
next
anything.
to Chernobyl or some shit like that.
But what's really cute is like some of them who've been together their whole lives, they're going to like opposite, like totally different, like 1,700 miles apart. And they're like, I don't know, it's going to be kind of weird because I've been with him or her my whole life. But there was one set of twins that they're both going to Texas and they're going to be roommates and they can't imagine being apart from each other. And these girls look exactly alike.
120,000 out of 3.7 million.
You can tell it's in Texas. All the kids are really good looking. Just kidding. They're not all cute.
Actually, fuck. That's like right on. Just seems like way too many, right? To happen all at once. So about 3 in 100 multiples make up only about 3 in 100 births, but multiple birth rate is rising. So it says there were approximately 120,000 twin births out of 3.7 million births. That's 3%. So it still seems fucking crazy, man. Crazy. That many? That's a fucking government experiment at that point. 90s, they were putting that was like some weird fluoride.
90s.
Well,
so it'd be like 2000 and
oh yeah, it'd be like 4 or something.
3,
like that.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems strange to me. That many twins?
4 or 5. No, 3. I'm like somewhere between 2000 and let's see. Subtract 18 years from this year, and it comes out to.
In my high school, I had one set of twins. All 4 years that I went. But granted, I had 900 students.
I know.
900 students.
I know. I think we had a couple in my
But then
school,
again, my brother has 2 sets of twins. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
He's got 2 sets of twins with 2 different baby mamas. So, I don't know.
That's Joe.
Maybe there's lightnings hitting everywhere around there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, though.
What do you think?
I'm sorry?
I said, what do you think? You think it's conspiratorial or you think it's just weird?
Nature. Yeah, I'm not the conspiracy theory girl that you are.
I'm a conspiracy theory girl. I'm going to put that Deborah's bracelet on in a minute. Knowing when to let go. This is important to know, guys, because I got to find the story real quick. It can turn into a real shitty situation. It's going to find the story. It's around here somewhere. We're going back.
Baby's back.
God damn it. Come on, Greg. Prepare better.
Seriously.
Still looking. So basically, the gist of this story was, that's way too early. The gist of this story is that the girl dropped her cell phone into a, not a porta-john, but an outhouse. Well, and then was reaching down.
Oh, no.
To grab said cell phone.
Oh, no, she fell in.
And she fell in.
Don't they have a back door? Because they have to clean those things out.
Oh, no. This is one in a hole. This is like Alaska shit. They dug a big ass hole and put a porta.
Oh, you still have the bomb picture up there.
Oh, my bad. And they put basically put a porta, like an
they have
outhouse.
to move those every year, though, I thought, or every couple years is what I remember from the Alaska show.
I don't know. But where the fuck is this story? God damn it. So she fell in, and there it is. Woman drops head first into porta-john after trying to retrieve phone. A woman has gone to extreme lengths in an attempt to retrieve her phone after it fell into a...
How far of a hole did she fall?
A drop toilet. So it says firefighters... They had to call firefighters.
Wonder if she had to use her nasty ass phone to call 911.
Well, I mean, it would float for a second, right? Depending on the
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
consistency.
That's so gross.
So firefighters rescued the 40-year-old California woman who fell into a vault toilet. Oh my God, is this like what you go to when you go to the ones
Camping.
like camping and you're like, I don't even like having my fucking sunglasses
And you can feel the
on my head.
breeze blow through them.
Well, I don't even like having my sunglasses on my head. For
Nope, I
fear
take
that
nothing
I'm, like,
in
taking a
those.
piss in that.
Yeah, I take nothing
And
in
I
those.
look down in my head. I'm like, well, those are gone for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I'm never going after anything that falls down one of those. It's SOL.
Right. So you just go buy a new phone, right? So the Brennan Fire Department revealed she had proceeded to dismantle the toilet seat while using dog leashes to fish out her phone. The clever plan was foiled when she slipped and fell head first into it.
Oh,
After 15 or 20 minutes of attempting to get out, she used her phone.
I told you.
Good call. To dial 911.
A lot of them are waterproof now, and apparently poop proof.
Holy
Wonder if
shit.
they'll use that in a commercial.
Oh my God. Fucking iPhones.
Yes.
I think she had a gorilla case on that or whatever those things are called.
Let's hope so.
Those
So maybe it
bomb-proof
survives.
Slumdog
ALW
Millionaire.
with us. ALW.
Yeah, nice. Do you want hepatitis? Because that's how you get hepatitis.
God, and well, Ruben said what was so important that she had to take her phone, and what is so
You're
damn
right, Logan.
important
He
that
said
while you're
he's
in the porta johns that you need to be on your phone. If she probably wasn't on her phone, it was probably in her back pocket, and she forgot.
And
Pulled her
she
pants
pulled her
down,
pants out
and it
just
flipped out.
Yep. Logan said he's been in a lot of those. And
He's been in
so-
the actual.
well, they have their like the drop toilets. Like that's
He's
what
been
they,
in them, or he's used them.
well, not in them.
Okay,
but
well,
he's used them.
You need to
Versus
differentiate.
a porta potty, which
Okay.
can be like fucking. You go to a festival.
Oh, he
or
did
something
say
like
I've
that.
used plenty of those.
You go to a
not in-
festival or go wherever, and those things just they stack up, and there's nowhere else for it to go. Basically.
So they had to come rescue her.
Yep. And they said, however, this is not the first instance that the phone has bizarrely gone missing during a quick pit stop. So this February, and this is in Australia. This is Australia, U.S. women. What the fuck is with fucking Americans right now?
This is an American in
Yeah.
Alaska, or was it in Australia?
This another one.
Oh.
Was reunited with her iPhone after losing it for 10 years in a toilet.
Well, she didn't fall in though. At
Well,
least
I don't know, but
she didn't
the
go
phone
after
was
it.
there.
Somebody found it. Was like, oh, we found Betty's phone. Let's send it to her. It's a decade old. Let's just get rid of it.
Jesus Christ! Did it turn on? How the fuck else?
They
did it
probably charged it or something.
can
I
sit
don't
in
know.
Shit for that long.
I don't
Still
have
work?
any idea how. Maybe she had.
Who the hell mined for that thing?
Yeah, and why would you bother reaching out to the person? Just get rid of it.
I don't fucking know. Who's your okay? So Beth's got this is a creepy one.
What? Huh?
Your creepy intruder.
Oh, and this is another one. So if you guys remember, I think it was a week. It'll be 2 weeks ago this Friday, but I talked about the guy that broke into Houston.
Yep.
The house in the Houston
Mhm.
through the cat door.
Yep.
And was there for like 3 or 4 hours because she had cameras all over her house. Used her toothbrush, used her bath.
This one's a little creepy.
Washed his clothes, like just. This one is a guy that broke into a house in San
Right,
Bernardino.
DJ? Get that insurance, man.
Don't even bother. I
iPhones
guess.
can be expensive.
I guess. But they give you a used one. I don't want a used one. But okay, so San
Buy a
Bernardino.
new one, dude. Fuck that.
San Bernardino, a guy broke in.
Yep.
And was caught on camera standing over the couple as they slept in San Bernardino,
That's a
California.
serial killer getting ready. To
Well, it gets better. So how he got in was, I guess they had, which I don't understand why they left this open, but I guess there was a hole where they used to have a window unit in the
Okay.
window.
And they just left the window open. So a window, it's like you slide open the window
Well,
and you
yeah.
insert it, and it's got these little things that come out.
Right.
And then you take
Well,
the
maybe
window
they-
and you lock.
Unless
the
they
window from
took
there.
off the piece that comes off and on, like goes up and down.
Well, the
Because
whole
otherwise,
window goes down.
I know what I'm saying is maybe they took that bottom piece off. I don't understand why it would stay open then. But anyways, the window was open and that's how he got in. But then they have a nurse. It doesn't say what's for their son. And she was awake at the time. So when he came out of the bedroom staring at them, he comes over to her and he was like, what does he say?
I'm just shooting.
She
everybody
told-
at that point.
She told me that he said, you should lock your doors. It's not safe around here. Well, hello, motherfucker, because of you.
Yeah, that's baseball bat swinging.
And there's
Anything I
like,
can get.
there's video. I don't know if we want to see it, but there's video of him like in the room standing over them.
So they have a cam in there or something
Yeah.
like that, like a night.
They have
Night
like
vision.
cams, I think, all over the place. But yeah, he's
Who puts
just
one in their bedroom though.
maybe they want to watch themselves. Well, you can't see the bed; you see the door.
That makes sense.
So yeah, you can see the foot
That's
of their
creepy as
bed.
fuck though, especially the dude.
Well, and then once you play it,
to, like, roll
they
out.
did catch him. They did catch him, but they haven't released a name yet. But they did catch him because I guess another incident
He
like
was
that
just
has
sitting on
happened.
the
Well,
front
another
porch
incident like
smoking a cigarette.
that has happened. So they don't know if like he's building up to a serial killer because that's what they do. They like push the envelope a little further and further. But
Yeah.
they don't know if he's the same guy. But there was other instances of that occurring in the area. So they are.
That's like moving up to serial killer
Yeah.
shit. Because they go in. There's like, I've shared like Mr. Ballin stories and talked about his pod or his.
He
got a
did
podcast
steal
and stuff like
stuff.
that. But this, yeah, and it's basically they get like addicted to watching
The rush
even from out like the outside,
Yeah,
and then
peeping
they
Toms.
get and then they move in, and
and
then
they rape and they murder
and
and
do
they
all the crazy shit. Yeah,
first they just rape and the next one they rape and murder. But so yeah, he did steal their wedding rings and some other jewelry, and then they had $4,000 in a drawer that they were going to pay back rent with. Not paying back rent anymore.
Where'd they get their jewelry? Maybe it was his.
What?
So
No.
where'd they get the jewelry? It said maybe it was his.
Doubtful. He stole it.
Well, I mean, they were going to use jewelry to pay.
No.
back
They
rent.
had $4,000 in a drawer
Oh,
they
I
were
thought you
going to
said-
use to pay back. I
Oh,
said,
I'm sorry.
and $4,000 that was in a drawer to pay back rent.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said $4,000 worth of jewelry. It was in a drawer. Gotcha.
And they just said, they do say it's really weird that when he realized that there were occupants in the residence, most burglars flee.
And he just,
He's like,
he just didn't pull out his buck knife that time.
Yeah.
That's creepy as fuck.
Yeah. That's,
Lock your doors, folks.
yeah. Don't leave
People
your
are
windows
fucking
open.
weird.
Yeah.
Telling you, people are going off the goddamn
Speaking
deep
of which,
end.
you always give me a hard time about not locking the front door.
Yep.
The other night you left the back door open all night.
I never leave the back.
You
door
left the back door open all night.
No, I didn't.
I can't tell you why you did it, but you did it.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
You got up, unlocked it.
Yep.
Your drunken, sleepy stupor.
Yes, because I do that often.
What night was it?
Although I did run into the dresser.
So there you go.
I walked right past the
How
bathroom
did you?
door. I walked right past the bathroom door and
The
just walked.
dresser's over there.
Well, the bathroom
door's
door's right,
right
here,
there.
and the dresser's right there, and I just walked past it and bumped right into the side of it, and I started laughing so hard. I was like, "Holy shit! Did I just run into the dresser?" All right, Castro, you got to open your eyes when you're walking to the bathroom.
Literally,
in the middle of the
you're
night.
just like sleepwalking at that.
I
Were
literally,
your eyes not open?
they were.
You just got out of bed. It's fucking dunk. And it's like a
Yes.
chest of drawers. It's
I mean,
tall
literally, I
one.
went bing.
It's like taller than me, Pryor. It's as tall as me.
Yeah, I bounced off of it, and that's when I started.
Bomber's like,
losing it.
what the
Bomber
fuck?
was like, "What the hell, mom?" Yeah. And so the whole time I went into the bathroom to pee and came back out, I was cracking up. I was like,
It
can't
happens.
believe I ran into
ALW, what's going on?
I can't believe I ran into the dresser." Well,
We've been gone for a week too.
Oh,
Cheers. Welcome
man.
back. Cheers to everybody.
yes,
Cheers.
welcome
honey.
back. Cheers.
Oh, it's fun. So that's all. That's why we're doing this, just to have fun. We need to get back to some normal shit. There's too many fucking obvious crazy stories happening in the world. So we
Nudes
can-
in space?
Well, we're gonna get to that in just a second. But real quick, I'm lining up some other shows to do
Oh, look at you.
over the next
Fancy
couple of
pants.
weeks. One's gonna be with my buddy TJ, who I've known basically my entire life, to
Oh.
talk about. So how I've done a few here and there. Like I did one with Crystal talking about kind of her introduction and talking about like the cold bath stuff.
Soaking?
Yep, cold soaking, whatever the fuck it is. I don't think soaking. That's probably the wrong term because
I
that's
don't
like a Mormon thing where they
That's
just.
that's so funny because I got that from Ruben, who said that earlier.
Yeah, I think that's what
But-
he was talking about, but that's not the same
I
thing.
don't know that he was talking about that, but somebody definitely brought it up.
Yeah. So, but bringing Crystal back on, we're going to talk mindfulness. We're going to talk
Self-care.
jujitsu, self-care. Also bringing TJ on. He's a ultra marathoner. He's one of my best friends. I've known basically my entire life. He's fucking insane. Runs 100-mile fucking races. So we're going to talk to him and then bring on my physical therapist actually to talk about some stuff there as well. Kind of different things throughout my back. Like, an hour and a half before the jiu-jitsu tournament a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so going through like different things, talking about like the real people that know what the fuck they're doing versus kind of the people that are just out there like pretending to crack your back and do different shit. So that's going to be coming up in the next few weeks. So that'll be out. Just wanted to share that with you guys. You can also go out to Modern Mountaineer, pick up a shirt, modernmountaineer.com. It's where It's our buddy Bill's site, who also does Neuter Nation podcasts. Go support his shit too. So, yes, it's called Freeze Your Nuts Off, Beth, without your rubber ducky, is what ALW said. So that's exactly what it is. But I did real quick. I'm going to jump real quick while we're on the Freeze Your Nuts Off thing. I watched last night after I got done watching the Marilyn Monroe thing, which we'll talk about
that's
here in
right.
a minute. I watched this other doc, which was called, hang on one second, Freezing Your Nuts Off Under Ice, basically. It's called Hold Your Breath.
That was the Marilyn Monroe show?
No, this one's different. And I just stumbled upon it, right? And it's basically the ice dive, right? And it's this woman that's trained herself to go 80 meters, or she set the world record.
Okay.
To go like 100 meters or 81
Crazy.
meters under ice. The ice had to be 30 centimeters thick. So like foot or whatever many fucking centimeters that is. Like fucking deep as shit. In that freezing, and she doesn't wear a wetsuit.
She wears a bathing suit?
Because it's
What did she,
faster
like-
moving. So if you guys want to see something, it's called Hold Your Breath, the ice dive. It's 40 minutes long. It's a really quick watch,
Wow.
but it is intense. So it kind of goes along with that ice bath shit, dude. She ultimately started out because she had a severe leg injury from mountain biking. She's like an adrenaline junkie.
Okay.
And she had like this severe open
Now
wound.
she's going to have a severe frozen lungs one day. They're,
open
like-
wound on her leg that
Okay.
then it caused like neuropathy, like serious leg pain. Like remember my
Yeah.
mom had neuropathy. Like all of these different issues, and she started doing cold therapy. So something to think about. Just like go check it out. It was very interesting to check out.
And that was on Netflix?
That was on Netflix. I watched it last night. 40 minutes.
That's cool.
Probably while I wasn't in bed until 1:40.
Yeah, like that's new.
I know. Absolutely. All right, let's get back into the rest of the show. Nudes in space. How do you feel about nudes in space, honey?
I mean, to each their own.
NASA's sending nudes to space. Blowing my shit up. All right. So, nudes in space. NASA hoping to grab aliens' attention by using drawings of naked humans. NASA's trying it all, man.
What? Say that again? I'm sorry.
Nudes in space. NASA hoping to grab aliens' attention by using drawings of naked humans. I don't know why they just don't send like a fucking Playboy. Ultimately, right?
Well, they don't want to send a real person up there. What are you going to just leave them up there?
No.
Oh, the
Jesus
magazine.
Christ.
I got it.
I mean, some of them are dumb enough. They're like, yeah, you send me to space. And you just fucking shoot them off in a rocket.
I just did the whole Ruben Blonde thing. Yep.
They can't stay out there forever.
And then all of a sudden I went,
Like,
pink. Oh, fuck.
who are we talking about, them or you? E.T. might want to phone home. This is another fucking TMZ one. So, as reported, NASA's new project, Beacon in the Galaxy, is hoping the messages they transmit into space will result in some contact back. One of the things being sent is nude drawings of man and women. You really need to send a dude,
Yes.
just like a 12-foot dong. That's what they should. They should send the black guy that has that giant penis. Send that picture.
But then
That's
they're
just-
going to come look for him and he's
But that's
gone.
just intimidating,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
That's just like you send that out.
who
with,
knows
like,
what aliens like.
all humans look like this, which is fine by me if that's what you. Before you imagine, your imagination runs away. Take a look for yourself. It's basically like, so it's like Adam and Eve kind of like dot drawings.
Yeah.
It looks like Oregon Trail. No,
when they
it's
do
not
the
like
Adam
no, it's not like
Da
the
Vinci's.
Da Vinci's Man or whatever,
No.
Origin of Man or whatever. This is literally, it looks like
They have
a
pictures?
dude going like this. Oops, sorry. It looks
Yeah, it
like
looks
that's
Egyptian.
very
Very
Oregon
Egyptian.
Trail kind of
Well,
shit.
it looks
right?
Egyptian.
Yeah. So, but you see the man's junk, but he's got a pee-pee like that big. His balls are longer than his dong.
Maybe he's
So-
old.
It's like, and we
My
use
mom-
toilets, and
my
your
mom
balls
dropped.
hit the water, and
My
it
mom dropped.
sucks. Dude's kind of fit. It shows he's got like the, and then she's got the little V and the boobies hanging out
Why are
there.
they sending unrealistic
But why
photos?
do they have to make their faces look? Oh, I should have saved this picture. God damn it! I'll post this picture later. So this isn't the first time new drawings have been floating in space. Isn't anything you send like via satellite technically still beamed to space?
What?
I don't know how the word.
Say that again, though.
If you were to just shoot off a fucking thing into space, isn't it just out there, or is that just the internet? I've never sent a dick pic, so I don't know how this works.
I mean, I don't care.
How honest of you. This isn't the first time they've been sent. Plaques on Pioneer Mission 1011 have similar sketches attached to their spacecraft. I think we're just sending this in a digital, like a blast of digital information.
So it's like that do 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 do.
Yeah, it's like that, only it's pictures.
It's not like
stuff.
Pixel where they sent videos of 80s stuff and video games. And
What if they come back here and their dicks are just way bigger than ours?
Jessica said, we don't need to attract aliens. You want to see something cool? Do drugs. I saw a lot of crazy shit. That's like the more you know.
Yes.
The more you know. Our
You'll see
PSA.
aliens. I'm just saying.
Well, and do we want to tempt, like, they already take people and do all sorts of testing on their genitalia.
Genitalia.
I can't even say it. Genitalia.
Genitalia.
And impregnate women with alien babies. Do we really need to like entice them more with hot-looking people?
Tempt them. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I
just think
I'm
it's
down
stupid.
with it. Like,
I think
fuck
it's
it. Let's see
stupid.
what happens. I'm not having kids, so.
Why do they need to know I mean, what? What does kids have to do with
I
it?
said, I'm not having kids. You
What
get
is it?
pregnant. It's not mine.
Oh,
Some alien
well,
baby.
my
or
ovaries
some
are
alien
dead.
Baby.
My ovaries are dead. There's no.
Are they?
Yeah.
Dude, Sophia Vierga had a baby at 50.
Okay, so did Janet. I'm sure I could have a baby, but why would I fucking want to at 50?
I don't know. Dudes can just do it all the time.
70. You're 70 before your kid's 20, or by the time your kid's 20.
I'm gonna leave.
68 before they're even out of high school.
Oof. Gross.
Yeah. It's not like they're going to raise their kids, though. They have nannies.
Yeah, that's true.
I need you to go to Junior's PTA meeting tonight and vote this way for me.
That's what I would do. If I was super rich. I'd probably be like, yeah, I absolutely would. But I'm not super rich, so then I have to raise that fucking kid.
AW asked where our guest bartender is. We had to let him
Domestics right there.
We had to let her go. Sorry.
Stab her in the eye. So there's this plane stunt.
Okay. So
do you need to show something?
I don't know yet. Let me look. So
right.
I'll start with the story. So last Sunday, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before.
Okay.
These guys. What happened?
These guys.
I pulled the story again and it closed it. These guys did a.
Don't act like that's a you thing because that's an iPad. That's not the other.
Nobody's
computer.
asking for your opinion. So these guys did a stunt where they had two propeller planes, right? Two Red Bull planes.
Okay.
And they were supposed to put them in a dive pattern.
Okay.
And basically there's a brake that's almost like a
air brake of some sort.
Air that's like a
autopilot.
Well, what do you call it in your car when you put it on and it does the speed for you?
Yeah, cruise control.
It's like cruise control, but it's like for the plane. And
it's called like autopilot.
And so they put it in, and they were going to both jump from their planes and cross each other into the other respective planes.
Okay.
For some reason, one of the planes went into a spin, and so the person that was supposed to go in that plane couldn't go in that plane, so they had to parachute land, but the plane crashed. And so
fucking Red Bull, trying it all.
I mean,
it sounds like a Travis Pastrana.
So here it is. So an update on it before I show anything, but it's really funny because they were saying, FAA is investigating it to see if they don't believe any law. I mean, any permissions were given. Blah blah blah. Well, it actually turns out that the FAA
came back
and declined their request to be able to do this.
So
they were in the desert somewhere. I mean, it was in the middle of nowhere.
Crashing your own plane.
It was in the middle of nowhere. Well, apparently not though, because so anyways, so the guy that was in charge of all of it got the decline from FAA, didn't bother telling anyone else on the team that they were declined, and
He just said, fuck it, let's go.
let's do it. I don't care. He has since come out. He came out this past weekend and apologized and said it was all him.
Whoops.
But then they started showing that I guess the reason why the FFA is coming down a little harder is there's been a lot of instances lately where like there was a guy who's a YouTube pilot and he does all sorts of stuff and he crashed a plane on purpose. He says he didn't, but they're saying that he did because he had a stick. He had his phone on
he just jump out the plane.
Yeah, like a GoPro on a stick and jumped out the plane. It was like, oh, it's crashing. I had to bail. And then there was another instance where
little too contrived.
Yeah, like there was another instance that was very similar to that. You know, that the guy said he was crashing, but he wasn't really crashing.
That's where you go, like, prove it.
So I guess there's a lot that can happen to you, right? Go.
It's FAA, Federal Aeronautics
Aviation
Administration.
Yeah.
Aeronautics Administration.
It's aviation because I saw it today.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess they're like I guess they can take your pilot license away.
Sure.
I guess they can fine you. You and I had a conversation like, could Red Bull be held liable because they were supporting it?
I guarantee they have all the sign-offs. Like, and he didn't have permission, so yeah, fucking Red Bull is released, guaranteed.
So it just, I mean,
Red Bull is a big fucking company.
Yeah.
If it wasn't approved and he said, "Oh yeah, we're good," yeah, but on the other hand, Red Bull probably should have like dotted an I here and crossed a T
and just said, before you do this, send me the
send me the paperwork, bro.
The approval from FAA. Yeah. So I mean, I still feel like there's
always lawyers.
So Luke
everywhere.
Akins was 48, and Andy Farrington, their cousins, 39. I think Luke was the one that was in charge.
Future Farm. Did you say FFA?
FAA. I did it. I did it first. I went FFA. I mean FAA because we do know people.
Future Farmers of America.
We do know people in FFA.
We do.
Yeah, Kaylee is in FFA.
Oh yeah. We're an ag country around here. So.
I grew up with several people in FFA. Actually, one of the girls I'm meeting on Friday night.
What were you saying on that last piece?
I don't know.
It's all good.
I think I was saying Luke Elkins, I believe, is the guy that was like in charge of all of it. That was like, middle finger FAA. I'm doing it anyways.
Yeah, fuck it.
I think he probably thought they weren't going to crash, and they'd be like, "Oh, fine, whatever."
Well, that's why I think like Travis Pastrana had to. So he had his parachute license suspended, like his solo or whatever, for a bit, and then he did basically jumped out of a.
Oh, is this why? Oh
no, for another. It might have been for this same thing, but he went down to South America and jumped out of a plane without a fucking parachute.
What? I don't understand.
But another guy jumped out with the parachute.
Oh, and he put it on?
And then he put it on.
That's just stupid. But that's not even in America.
But I think it's just like I don't know if it's international. It's like
Big Brother doesn't have that kind of reach. It can't be the FAA. It might have been like in an international aviation.
No, man. It's crazy, dude. People are fucking nuts. People are. You're down at the cabin. What's up, Boom Raider? How you doing, man? Cheers, buddy.
I want to be down at the cabin.
So, all right. I am not judging people for doing this. This is on you. If you want to do these things, so be it. But body modifications, what
is considered body modifications?
It can be anything.
So is it like the people that turn themselves into cats?
I'm going to show you some examples.
Lizards.
I'm going to show you some examples.
Okay, tats.
Like tattoos, a piercing, whatever. Cool.
Okay.
Face tattoos, don't care.
Yeah.
But there comes a point where, like, you get to a certain.
Well, you find that a lot of these people, they're not mentally. They're not mentally sound.
Let's examine this.
At least like the cat lady, she's had a therapist for years.
Let's examine this. So we've got. Oops. It just is there a point where you can go overboard? I mean,
Absolutely.
I've seen people like split their tongue and they can control their tongue on both sides. Whatever.
Hey, that's weird.
Yeah, it literally looks like a snake. Like maybe 10, 15 years ago, that would have been very unique, but it's happening more and more and more. And body modification is happening more and more and more, right? And what I mean by body modification, these are significant body modifications.
Well, when you when you do the piercings.
No, Jess, tattoos are like whatever. Nowadays, it's like nothing. When we started with our company.
Depends on what the tattoo is, though, too, I feel.
I mean, it can.
I mean, if it's a big middle finger, probably.
Well, my brother had like a naked girl.
Probably
on his
trashy.
arm.
That's kind of trashy.
And then later on, when he was in the Marines, and then later on, he had her covered up.
But like,
You
I've
know?
seen people that have like really pretty flowers on their neck.
Yeah, it just depends. It's all
Yeah.
about, and it's about your taste. Like, what do you want? Like, I've got
and
one
it
on the
also
back of my
depends on
neck.
your
Like,
perspective. Like, some people don't give a fuck what other
so
people think.
In this instance, this man was banned from teaching. So, man banned from teaching kids under 6 because they find him terrifying. And
the
pictures-
teacher was banned?
This is him on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Well, hello.
So you go.
He looks like a reptile person.
So that was his thing.
And
But when he started out, he
how
looked very normal,
okay, that's what I was wondering.
and he just kind of got into it. So this guy taught children in the UK and France despite having black eyeballs and head-to-toe tattoos. So the man has been banned from teaching children under the age of 6 because they find him terrifying as he's covered in extreme ink and body modifications. Right? So like tattoo, like ink, sleeves, that's very, very common. Right? And I don't have any problems with you tattoo all the fucking. But if
your job, you need to consider what your role in life
that's
is.
what I'm getting at. Right.
You would hope that somebody, if you're a college professor, maybe that's one thing. Because at least you're working with adults who can make their own decisions. But
Yeah.
kids, I mean, he's scary to me,
When
and
you
I'm a
start-
freaking adult.
Like injecting ink into.
Is that what it is? It's not
It's-
contacts?
No, that's ink. They
Tattooed his eyes.
tattoo your
Oh,
eyes,
Lord
but
have
they don't go like.
mercy. No, but
They just
still.
inject ink and it colors in your eyes permanently.
Yeah, no.
Right. So, and once you get it, it's done.
I mean, I guess your happiness is your own domain, but you have to think about the consequences of the actions
So
that
it
you
says
pull.
he worked for over 10 years, and even though he's covered in $52,000 worth of tattoos, which
So he
doesn't
was
matter,
just banned from teaching kids under 6. Does that mean he can teach 6 and up?
7 and up. Yep.
I mean,
So
yeah.
due to extreme inkings, he's dubbed the world's most terrifying teacher. It's no surprise his entire face, tongue, and even his eyes
Here's
are
what's
a different color.
hilarious. Okay, so I bought a couple new nose rings, right?
Yep.
I could never be that brave because I'm scared to change out this nose piercing. Granted,
We've
it'll
been
be the
talking
first.
about that for a
It's the
couple
first.
days.
It's the first one. I've had it for 10 months now, so it should be completely healed.
Yep.
But I'm still scared to change it out because I'm like, when he put this fucker in, it hurt worse than the needle
I
going
don't
through
think
my
it's gonna
nose.
hurt,
I
but
don't know.
you know, we could call this guy. I don't know that he has any. I can't tell that he has any piercings, so maybe he does. Dude's just fucking creepy. So that's the thing. It's like, do you want your preschool kid,
Watching that, going to that. I mean, not.
alligator man,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call him?
So, and how much are they paying attention if they're that freaked out about him? You know what I mean? That's where I
Right.
would be like, it's
And
kind
the
of.
dude is just he's doing it like there's another side of it, right?
He's kind of creepy. Even his face.
Right. If this guy did that to my kid and looked like that, my kid would think you were a fucking demon.
Well, and I wouldn't want you teaching my kid
Right.
because A, they're going to have nightmares. B, if they're so terrified, they're not going to pay attention
His
and
side
learn.
of it is children who see me learn tolerance of others.
That's not.
No, they don't need to know what the fuck tolerance is.
No, they do
They
need to know
see
what
you-
tolerance
well,
is,
yeah.
but maybe not tolerant. They need to understand
They're 5 years old.
differences in people
They
and
don't even
accept
need to-
them,
they
but
just need to
that's
go-
extreme.
Yeah. They just need to go, hey, all right.
That's not like the kid that has, and I don't even know if is polio still
And
a
then he
thing.
goes, and so this is the side effects.
Is Forrest Gump still a thing? Polio, where they wear the
like if
braces
they had
and
braces
stuff.
or something like that.
I mean,
like, just
that's learning
treat 'em
how
like a normal
to.
human
Yeah,
being.
that's teaching them, but
like,
not.
everybody, like there's always a friend that has something, and that's fine.
Yeah,
You just treat them like a normal person and
Right.
help them out whenever you need it, right?
I don't know.
So he goes, when they're adults, they may be less likely to be racist or homophobic.
Yeah.
So he can get fucked with all that.
Yeah, that's not gonna. But you have a picture of human Satan?
Yeah, so that brings me to the next one. So I've got 3 of these. So then we've got good old human Satan. And this is pretty fucking extreme.
What does he do for a living? Does it say?
He is just, let me blow
Oh,
this up a little bit.
Oh no. Oh.
Let's go big on this one. This
I mean, at least some of that he could have removed.
no, he
but-
literally cut his nose and ears off. So you go, all right.
See, these people aren't.
I gotta find human Satan over here.
LW said, "Hell no, not a chance."
Right.
Like this isn't normal.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, where does it
thought
become
processes.
a point of? I can't There it is. So
I
he's
mean,
got
there's wanting
body
to be different and there's an extreme. To each their own, I guess.
No, this
I just
isn't.
think
This is just me finding fucking stories of the past couple weeks, and they just all stacked up tonight.
what's libs?
So Libs of
soft-
TikTok. It's a
oh.
whole thing. You got
Libs of TikTok. Yes, I've seen it.
the guy that created it just got doxxed, all sorts of shit. So a man who is a huge fan of extreme body art. There's a fucking
Logan
flyer
said Ghostbusters gave me nightmares as a kid. This guy would have scared the shit out of me.
Right. So he said, a man who is a huge fan of extreme body art modification, his ears cut off so he can celebrate the end of COVID-19 mask mandates.
So he just did this.
He got his ears cut off. Motherfucker has no ears.
Well, he's screwed if they ever bring a mask mandate back.
Well, he's to have to duct tape that shit to the back of his
We'll
horn.
have to do the whole round thing.
So sort of
Yeah,
caper and
okay.
all the day's work. So that's where it kind of like there's extreme and extreme and extreme and extreme and extreme, right? And like,
Yeah.
I don't care. You do you, bro. But the
But
ramifications
there's
of it,
gonna be. I was gonna say there's
side
gonna
effects-
be I mean, not circumstances, but there's gonna be
Circumcisions of it.
Or there's gonna be. There's a better word that I can't think of right now, but there's
yeah.
gonna be things that happen
ramifications
that you may
perfect
not
word.
have thought through. Maybe you don't get your dream job anymore because they're like,
Nope. And
no.
I'm going to judge you because if I was in like a corporate world and I had to say,
He
I'm not
doesn't work in corporate
no,
world.
but if you wanted that dream job in IT or whatever, and you got to go meet with vendors,
Unless
and do
you
all
can
this,
work from home and never have to be on camera. I mean,
what do you do?
you could be an overnight IT guy, I guess. All right, so then
So we got that guy.
before we move on, because it's already at 10:20.
We've got one more. Hang on a second. This last one, big cheeks. Big cheeks.
I know you're the one.
This hit the famales out
That's a
there.
mental illness. Yes, Jessica. I mean, 100%.
So the famales out there,
What's a famales?
females.
Oh,
That's me using Spanglish.
okay.
It's trying to come up. So this, she says she has the world's biggest cheeks. World's biggest
Insane
cheek
in the
gets
membrane.
even bigger implants. So I think you're probably right. Right? Like that dude is Gwar in real life. Like the Gwar wear masks. Remember that? You like heavy death metal, heavy metal, whatever band. They dress up like fucking Satan and all the crap.
Okay.
Or whatever. That
Did
dude
this girl
is
think
living
this
it.
was sexy?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think
She looks
this
like a
is where
chipmunk.
you get to that point, right? Like
She looks like a
I
chipmunk.
said, you can be sleeved. I
all
got
her nuts in her.
tattoos,
All her nuts in her cheeks.
right? A model with the world's is she a model? Model with the world's largest cheeks has added more filler to her face in a bid to maintain her.
Only good news
strained
about
look.
that is they can put something there that dissolves the filler.
She doesn't want anybody to topple her crown, so she added more. There's video of her putting this shit in there.
Nope.
It's just a fucking interesting conversation about.
There's a
like,
point where it's mental illness. It's not art.
and you're doing it.
And it's also
This is probably for social media. This is probably for like, how many people cut their fucking noses off?
crazy ones.
You're not doing that. Are you doing that for yourself? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. So talk to your children, people.
Speaking
just
of
saying.
mental illness, because I know
All these
we're gonna
pictures will
have
be out
to-
on.
We're gonna have to
Instagram and
start wrapping it
Facebook
up,
later.
but I'm sure everybody has heard that. Oh, come on.
What?
Naomi Judd passed away on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
They did at the time. The only thing they said it was due to how'd they say it? I'll tell you what they said.
An
Hold on.
overdose or something.
No, they said it was due to like psychological issues or something like that. And it did turn out that she did
How old was she in their
76.
70s?
Yeah. She did
Yeesh.
commit suicide. Which
sucks. She
it
didn't-
really sucks. And what's really sad is she apparently has been struggling with
Mental
mental
health
health
long
for a
time.
really long time.
That is sad.
Yeah, I mean, her husband. Think her poor husband and kids, and she was still like, God, that woman has always been beautiful. And she always seems so happy when I obviously
She's the older redhead one.
interviews. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well, they were all redheads.
I
at
know.
One time or
Well,
another,
Ashley
but-
is kind of looking like that last chick now.
No, she
Because I actually saw something come up earlier, and she kind of does.
But so yeah, so just and a lot of country music stars were like giving
praise to her.
not
or
praise but like kind words
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
way how she
Yeah.
affected them, and
fucking,
helped them.
She's been around
and
for 50
that they're
years,
sad to see
probably
her
in the
go.
industry.
So
Yeah, goddamn.
and it just always makes me want to remind everybody that like as somebody who suffers from it, when you are at your lowest, they should just reach out to somebody.
100%.
And don't get off your medication. because I've done that before and it always comes crashing back harder. Granted,
Mhm.
mine always is because something's happened that stresses me out, like the marriage or my mom's death or, you know,
It's true though. No matter what, you can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so you and I, like, I've talked about it because I go through, I don't want
We
to be on
talk about it a
medicine.
lot of times.
Well, and I go through, I don't want to
Not
be
a
on
lot of
medicine
times, but we
kicks.
talked about it enough.
I hate taking medicine and I want to get off of it. And that's when I've gotten off of it.
And then shit
like
goes south.
3 or 4 months later, I'm like just a fucking basket case that's bawling all the
it's
time.
consistent.
Yeah.
So no matter what. Yeah.
Don't be. And
But
here's
also,
the problem.
if
A
something
lot
comes
of
up
people,
and you need something, reach out.
yeah,
And there's suicide hotlines. There's all sorts of like.
phone a
She's
friend.
76 years old or
Yeah.
however old.
And
well,
she was
she's
married, and for a long time. They've been together like 30 plus years.
And you
So
go like, holy shit, you just don't see it coming. Even if you think all things good.
well, I think
right?
you think that you get to a certain age, at least in my mind,
Maybe
you
you
get
can
to a certain
outgrow it.
age. Well, do you just get used to it? You
Yeah.
understand it's part of who you are, but apparently not.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share A, that she was amazing,
Mhm.
and B, if you find yourself in that, reach out to somebody, whether it be
100%.
the
Absolutely.
hotline or a friend or somebody. Just reach out to somebody. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So good deal. Feel good, honey.
yes. So mine is DoorDash.
'Kay.
Driver saves a Massachusetts woman's life while delivering pizza. So the woman did what most of us do and went outside to go meet the DoorDash girl with the pizza.
Okay.
And it was apparently very icy. And she slipped and split her head open on her stairs and fell
Oh
like
shit.
3 or 4 stairs
Eesh.
down. And so when the DoorDash chick got there, she was still on the ground bleeding.
Oh, she
and
was just like 2 seconds ahead of her. Like, oh, like what I
Yeah,
do out
couple-
front. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna meet him out front. So my
they're
dog
2 minutes
fell apart.
away. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And so
Fuck,
this
dude.
woman really calls this woman this her guardian, because if she wouldn't have come, she probably either A, would have froze to death, or heads bleed a lot.
Yeah, there's the skin. Yeah,
But this girl
100%.
also had EMT training, but she never got to go through the testing to become an EMT because
She
life
just did
just
all.
got
Yeah.
well, kids and marriage and
She had
and-
the guardian angel showed
Yeah,
up.
so,
That's cool.
the DoorDash has given her, I can't remember how much it is, but I think I want to say it's like it was a substantial amount of money to finish her education and get the test.
Nice.
This woman has advocated that she will do whatever
To get her
she
through
needs to do
school.
to help her manage her
yeah.
life to be
It's
able
awesome.
to finish this. So I thought that was a really good story. And here's a picture. I don't need to necessarily play the video.
You can share it.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. So that's them.
Come on, just a second. There we go.
Yeah. So she did the
So the lady on the left.
The
I
lady on the
presume?
left is the one that fell down the stairs, and the lady on the right is the DoorDash.
Nice.
The city recognized her as a hero. DoorDash recognized her as a hero. I just thought it was a great story.
Fuck yeah.
I liked it.
Good story. Mine is a little closer to home. It was just
Yes.
tonight.
Yep.
As I said at the beginning of the show, I've had a kind of a weird, wily fucking couple days getting back into everything. The kids, the girls next door, I come out and I'm just writing the show, doing my things, and Bella and her friend bring over cake. I think I've shared the cake that they've made in the past.
Yes, the
The
rocks.
cookies or the whatever. They're always experiments. And I'm like, I'll participate. Let's go.
At least this one was good.
They made some Oreo cookie cake, which basically they just took some Oreos, crushed them up, and added milk and microwaved it. So it still tastes like Oreos, but it was like Oreo crumbles.
And what did I say?
You're like, what'd you
I
say?
should have made it Oreo frosting. Just add a little
then
butter,
Beth
some
goes,
powdered
"Add
sugar,
butter and powdered sugar.
vanilla,
I'm like,
powdered
why
sugar.
in the fuck would I know that?
Oreos. Got yourself Oreo.
Right?
Oreo
And then they
frosting.
made a little smoothie, is what Bella called it. And it was
Basically
just
a milkshake
a milkshake.
with ice instead of milk.
Yeah.
An ice shake.
So it was cute as shit. So it was that was my feel good for the day. The
That's
kids are
awesome.
always funny as shit next door. So that's ours. But real quick, entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
There are some I've watched a few different good things. We've watched even. One was bullshit. It's the new Howie
That was
Mandel
okay.
show.
I mean, I could watch it and read at the same time, so it was relaxing for me.
So it's a game show on Netflix that Howie Mandel, and it's very
Is
much in
hosting.
he's hosting it.
Right.
And it's very much in the sense of like the the whatever the ones with the boxes with the suitcase kind of thing.
Yeah, where they
have a
the other one that
contestant
he
and
did.
everything.
Yeah.
But they're trying. It's basically the old school game of like calling bullshit. Like you have to tell a lie.
Well,
you
you
have to,
can. It's not
you
tell a
can tell the
lie.
truth or
They
a
have
lie.
a question, and you can either answer it if you know it, or take a guess.
It's entertaining,
and
right?
bullshit your way through it.
Super light, super entertaining.
Yeah.
Or maybe not super entertaining. It was just fun. So
I mean,
watch that.
the third show was it the third show when that chick won $150,000
$250,000
or 250. Yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
250.
so it's pretty good. Go check that
and
out.
she decided to
if you have
walk
Netflix.
because she was like,
Fuck this.
"Is that you?"
That's my foot.
Okay, don't make the dogs bark. She was like, "Yeah, this is probably a good place to call it quits before I lose all of it," because she
did really well.
You could do a safe, like a lock-in at a certain amount, and she was locked in at 10,000, so she knew no matter what, she's gonna walk away with 10,000. But when you hit $250,000, you're like, "I'm out, bitches."
Yep, 100%.
So
go check that out. The other one I watched last night is the Marilyn Monroe doc, and it brings up all of these other like
conspiracies.
This one, no. There's
theories?
this one dude that has kind of like I don't know how to say it. He's basically cataloged all of these conversations, and he's had all these conversations with all these people who are involved in her life, like from when she was a little kid all the way through like when she died, right? And there's conversations about her life, and then interviews, or maybe not interviews, but just like statements and recordings of her and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Really interesting. Yeah, you could definitely be towards the end.
Heavy or what?
No, there's definitely some conspiracy in there. You go, what's the rest of the story, right?
Right.
But on top of that, there are pictures of her that I've never seen in my entire life.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? And like her without makeup, like sitting at the beach. She's literally one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen. Like she was, of course, known for being one of the most beautiful women like ever. Right? She's an icon. But when you see her in those settings, you're like, she was just a beautiful, beautiful woman on top of that, right?
That's cool.
So it was really cool. Go check that out. And the last, I'm not going to give anything away, Ozark, the series finale. Goddamn. I finished it Monday night, I think.
I believe so.
Fuck, dude. You just go, holy shit.
Well, good. I mean, that's how you want a good
show
to end.
It was good. And then after that, there's like the cast talks about it.
That's
and stuff
cool.
like that. There's like another little 30-minute segment. So won't talk about anything, but if you haven't watched it, Jesus Christ, go watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
My note says anybody but Beth can watch this because of the anxiety levels that it drives. And Beth can't deal with anxiety. Anything.
No.
So. But it really was. It was a good wrap up on 4 seasons. Sucked that they split it up, but they also took a year off. So go check it out.
Good.
No spoilers. You're good, Robbie. I promise you. It is just that good. I'm telling you. I thought it was anyway.
Good.
Today in history, there's all sorts of bad shit that happened today, but I thought this was kind of a unique one. 2008, Seth MacFarlane reaches an agreement worth $100 million with Fox to keep Family Guy and American Dad on TV until 2012, right? So that was in 2008. That was 4 years, $100 million. That was a lot of money.
Is he still doing them?
They're still going.
And he's still the voice of like some of them, right?
Fuckers,
yeah.
right?
Wonder what they gave him like as a renewal contract.
He was the highest paid, or world's highest paid television writer at that time.
Well, good for him.
So that's 10 years ago.
I feel like he's nice. I don't know him, but I feel like he's nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this
puppy up. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. One thing I do want to shout out is Evan Haley. Your birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday in heaven. Love you, miss you. Evan, all right, sorry, Ian, come get a beer. Thanks to all the military first responders. Thank you guys for having us back. It was awesome. Thanks for joining us. We will catch you on Friday. Back to normal Fridays.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Have a great rest of the week.
Night.
Love you. Later.